What's going on, everybody? This is Al from NCAA 06 Revival. And in the last video, we went through all of our off-season shenanigans with our first season, brought in a really good recruiting class, made all the adjustments necessary to get ready for this upcoming season. Today, we're going to go through all of our preseason stuff, and I'm looking forward to it, so let's jump right into it. Let's go to preseason options. Let's go to custom schedule. Now, we are a 3-star program now, which means I want to schedule 3 ranked teams. Just looking at the schedule outright, looks like I have no choice but to schedule somebody here. Let's see what's... I need to put a home game right here, so this may be the one game where I'll face somebody pretty bad because we're going to need that for recruiting. We'll talk a little bit about that here in a moment. Army would be pretty good. Rutgers, Temple, SMU. They do SMU back in the little homage to my SMU Dynasty. Not too long back. The only reason I want to put in a home game right here and for recruiting is, well, for recruiting, I don't have a whole lot of home games on the back end. I could probably... I may be able to squeeze in. Let's do... I can't imagine UCLA coming here, but we could do that. Let's do a local. That could be one of our top 25 teams. I still got TCU and Air Force right around there, and New Mexico if need be. So that should be enough for NC's recruiting. Can I schedule? I don't want to do a game right here. I want to do an open date. Let's do an open date. I want to do 12 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11. So that's a lot of home games right in a row. No bye weeks whatsoever. Can I change that to a bye? That's one thing about this game. The scheduling can get kind of weird. I'm pretty sure it's not going to let me. I'd prefer to get a bit of a break. I don't need 12 straight games in a row. So let's do an open there. Let's go on the road to a really good team. Ranked out of the gates, preferably. Yes, we'll do that. Let's just see what we got here. Auburn, we went to Georgia last year. We got UCLA coming to us. I wanted one ranked team to come to Las Vegas. Florida State, haven't played them in a while. Iowa. LSU, we've done them. Maryland in the past. Michigan. Missouri, I haven't been to Missouri in a long time. We may do Missouri. NC State. Notre Dame. Plenty of options. Done Oklahoma. Pittsburgh. That's an interesting one. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've played at Pittsburgh. Let's go at Pittsburgh. Let's do a home game here. We want somebody close and close. Then we got the... So let's do an away game here with another top 25 team. Looks like we still got some more options. Let's go down to the bottom. Tennessee. I may do that. Texas. Done Texas. I feel like I've done Texas Tech a ton over the years. I've already got the Pac-10 team of UCLA. I may do USC next season. The 2 Virginia schools. Let's pick an SEC team. Let's go at Tennessee. Let's pick a cupcake low team here. Somebody local-ish. And I want to pick teams I didn't play any last season. Nevada may be the one that's kind of... We may do San Jose State. Let's just do that. We didn't play San Jose State last year. Okay. At Pitt. San Jose State at home. At Tennessee. Then we got our conference schedule. We got UCLA coming here. So I think that's a pretty good schedule. Much stronger than last season. Should be pretty entertaining. I could have done an open date here and put somebody right here, but I did not want to play 12 straight games. I wanted a bit of a break. But let me think here for a minute. It honestly would be better See, when you have an open date, that hurts your recruiting. Everything kind of goes down. I wonder what happens. Let's just try it. If you have an open date, everybody goes down. You go down on everybody's list almost. Let's do that. Let's put somebody right here. Can we put Pip back on here? We cannot put Pitt back on. I want to put somebody, though. I want to do Texas Tech. I may just switch that back and put Pitt number 1 for the first week. Oklahoma. Somebody in the mid-15s or the 20s. And I'm not seeing it. Unless I miss somebody. No. Okay, let's just go back. Let's put Pitt. You'll just see the recruiting stuff for next week or in the next video for the end season. Go get it. Fine. $1,800 schools in this thing. At Pitt. All right, let's just leave that as is. We'll have an open week to recoup from all that. And I'm good with that schedule. Yes, I want to keep it. Okay. Redshirt players. Let's kind of look at our roster a little bit. We didn't get to do that in the last video. Always like to do it in the preseason video. Quarterback. We're kind of in good shape. We got bodies here. Most of them can run a little bit, but we're going to the fun and gun offense, which means we're going to throw deep. But it's not going to be throwing all the time. If you go back and look at the stats back in Florida, back in the mid-90s, it's a 50-50 offense, more or less, which is surprising. But they threw so many deep shots, it felt like their passing game was just like such a killer, and they were throwing it all over the lot and all the time, but that just wasn't necessarily the case. What you need here is quarterbacks that's got great arms. The problem I have is I got a bunch of guys who can throw the ball deep, okay. It's just the accuracy. They're all the same, 78s and 80s. You look at the throwing power, it's all kind of the same there. 89, 86, 89, 90, 86. Rocky Hines is still going to be my starter because out of all those, he's still got pretty good speed. Might as well use him. So he's definitely going to be my starter. Halfback. Eric Jackson's senior year, it's going to be all him in the running back position this year. Fun and gun offense. It's basic running the ball. I'm just going to do slam and toss and whatnot. But he's going to catch the ball a little bit. Most of my receptions are going to come from my receivers. I do have a couple freshmen, Scott Bullock and Tyson Carrington. These came from in-season last year. I'm redshirting both. I don't need them this year. So Peoples and Coleman will back up Jackson. Pretty simple, straightforward. Fullback. You'll look at my playbook here in a little bit. I do need a fullback or two. Half of my playbook has a fullback in it. A lot of times they're there just to block. I still could probably redshirt this guy, though. I don't know how often I'll put in my backups. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to redshirt this guy. I do need to look for a good blocking fullback later on, though. Maybe I may do this in season. We'll see. Wide receiver. If you notice on my halfback, I got Eric Jackson. He's my top skill player. But my next group of good players, it all comes from the wide receiver position. I got 4 guys that are all about the same. I kind of need to decide who's going to start because a lot of my plays, I think half the playbook is like 2 wide sets. I don't need a ton of receivers to make this work. But I do have a handful of 3 and 4 wide sets. So you're going to see these 4 guys play a ton. Just a plethora of kids. Not a whole lot of good ones, but I got bodies there, which is good. Whenever I'm going to go 5 wide and whatnot, you'll see that a little bit in the playbook. Tight end. Tight ends are not going to get the ball a whole lot in this offense, so if you're a tight end lover, I'm sorry. You're not going to see it like what I done last season with Standia. He had a really good senior season. I was able to give him the ball quite a bit. But this offense, you don't really need a speedy tight end to do good things, to make catches and whatnot. So I got 2 freshmen. Matthew Nash, he was a athlete, if I'm not mistaken. He's very small. He's not really built to play tight end. But I could put him in the slot if I run out of receivers or something. But for now, I'm just going to redshirt him. I only have 1 formation that has 2 tight ends, so I don't need a lot of depth here. Tackle. I got some depth here, but look at the top. I got 4 seniors at tackle alone. It's going to be a depleted group after next season. So tackle is super priority for me. The one freshman I brought in, he's the lowest of the bunch. I would like to redshirt him, but to be honest, since I need bodies in the worst way next season, I'm actually going to redshirt Bowser. I normally don't like the redshirt seniors, but this is a special case when I'm not bringing anybody back. And I'd prefer to have a senior with great awareness start than a true freshman coming in and hoping for the best, especially since he's going to be a 3-star kid. So I'm going to redshirt him, and Blanco is going to be a backup to one of the 2 starters. Guard, we're all kind of set there. Center, I got 2 freshmen, Justin Williams and Vernon Jones. I'm probably going to redshirt Williams. He'll probably be my starter in a couple years unless I bring somebody else in. So I'll just go ahead and do that. 4-3, nothing's going to change with our defense, except I may do more middle linebacker. I haven't controlled him in a long time, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Defensive end, I was able to pull some linebackers over. Bell and Welter, I'm pretty sure were linebackers that I switched over. I'm going to redshirt the 1 freshman, Tariq Means. So I feel pretty good about that group right there. I don't like the speed right there. I mean, it could be better, but I do have some weight. 242, 42, 237. Defensive tackle, I could redshirt Williams at freshman if I wanted to, but defensive tackles rotate quite a bit on defense. They need breathers. They need time to rest. So I don't want to redshirt him. He's going to get quite a bit of playing time, depending on how bad our defense plays, I guess, and how long the drives are. Linebacker, same way. I like to have backups for each of my starters. So I'm not going to redshirt either one of these. So these 2 true freshmen will be backups for us this season. Middle linebacker. I can redshirt one of these, and I'll show you why. I'm going to redshirt this freshman, obviously. Catalano, whatever you want to say his name. Impact guy. It's going to be a stud for me this year. The reason I'm going to redshirt this middle linebacker, because, of course, I don't need a whole lot of depth for middle linebacker, but this is the strength of my defense from what it appears. I got 3 solid corners. They're all the same. So I'm going to play a lot of nickel. I'm going to redshirt this true freshman, Kelly Mitchell. We won't need him this year. So I'm going to do a lot of nickel. Probably not much dime at all, if any. So it'll be 4-3 nickel the entire way. Free safety, I got bodies here. 3 freshmen. I'm going to redshirt 2 of them. It doesn't really matter which ones, to be honest, I redshirt. I'm going to redshirt, I don't know. We'll just redshirt these 2. Winderquist is going to be my starter. What worries me is his speed. I need speed at free safety. So what I may do, I may do this. I may just start Whitehead. I need speed at free safety to cover a lot of ground. 82 is not going to do it for me. So I may just have a true freshman start. And he's got the fastest speed. His awareness isn't that good. Can he tackle at least? No, he can't tackle. He's got a little bit of a jump. So the difference in speed between 85 and 87 isn't much. So you kind of have to decide what's more important. 48 and 52, yes, he's got better awareness, but they're both terrible. So I'm going to give Whitehead the go here and just see how he does. So that's going to be the weakness of my defense. Hopefully he can handle it. If not, I'll maybe play Winderquist and we'll just figure it out after that. Strong safety, we're going to redshirt Micah Anderson. He is the athlete that we moved over. He'll start for me probably in 2 seasons when Staggs is done. They're about the same player, but Staggs has got much better awareness. And awareness is a big deal for me in my defense. So he'll definitely start. And Asiodu will back up Staggs. Kicker, junior, don't have to worry about that. Punter, senior, we'll have to replace him in the offseason. But they're 2 okay guys, 80 and 74. Okay, get these guys off the depth charts. Now we'll go straight to the depth chart. But before we do that, I want to go to coach options. We don't have to really change much here, to be honest. This is all simulation anyways, for the most part. Balance is going to be the same because half of my playbooks have fullbacks and tight ends, even though they're not going to get the ball much. This is all simulation, so I'm not going to worry about any of that. I just need to look at this for my own peace of mind. I feel fine with all of that. Okay. Now let's go to rosters. Let's go to depth chart. My backup quarterback, I need somebody who's got the better arm. They're about the same. There's just not much difference. I'll probably put Jackson, just because he's got speed to go with it. If he's got the same arm as Sartini. No offense to Sartini, I thought he'd done a pretty good job backing up for Hines last season. But Jackson's got the speed over Sartini, and they got the exact same arm. The awareness is a little bit different, though, so... You know what? I think I may let Sartini back up. Let him earn it. I mean, he's already earned it. So we'll let him back up for Hines. Jackson, Peoples, Coleman, I'm okay with that. Not worried about the fourth guy. Fullback, I got just one sitting there, don't I? Let's do Coleman, I guess. I don't know. Wide receiver, I don't know what I'm going to do here, to be honest. Who's going to start? I may give this some thought. Awareness, they're all about the same, more or less. Catch is a big deal. They're all kind of there. Like to have some size. I may put Wheaton and have Kirkland in the slot. He's got a little bit of speed. He's really small. 6 feet, 6'3". Ah, man. No, let's just switch that back around. 5'11 to 6 feet is no different. 5'11, 6, that's the same thing. I don't mind having size at the Z receiver. We'll just leave it at that. It's not really going to matter, to be honest. All of these receivers are going to play quite a bit. Let me look at my fourth one just in case I got that. Yeah, all that looks fine. Tight end. I need to put my other tight end back there. If I can find him. There he is. Tackle. 78, 74 looks okay. Left guard. So looks okay. Put my backup center. Right guard, 78, 74. Right tackle. So who's my other backup tackle? Not Brian. It is, I think it's another left tackle. Blanco. We'll just put him at right tackle backup for now. I'm okay with that. So not a bad offensive line starting wise. For the conference at least. Defensive end. I have Bale's definitely going to start. Let's put Hayes. Or Hasey. I don't know how you want to say that. Who's going to start my right end? Both of them got the same speed. This one's stronger. Got better awareness even though both are terrible. Let's just go ahead and put Rankin as my number one. Wilter behind him. Defensive tackle, I'm okay with that. Outside linebacker, I'm okay with that. Middle linebacker looks good. Right outside linebacker, do I have a backup right outside linebacker or is it just another lefty? It's like it's another lefty. And it needs to be somebody other than Doherty. It should be Butler. There we go. So Faga, Catalano, and Pattinson are my starting three at linebacker. Corner, I don't know. This is going to be kind of tough. Awareness probably needs to be more important than anything else. So let's do Gordon is taller. Let's just put him on the left. We'll put Geis on the right. And Wheatley, he's the... We could do some nickel cover zone blitzing. We'll put our slot, our nickel back with some speed. I don't need as much awareness there. So I'm okay with that. Let me make sure. Yes, we are good there. Free safety. I'm going to put Whitehead as a starter for now. Winterquist behind him. Strong safety, Staggs and Asudu. I'm okay with that. Kicker, punter. Punter, kicker, yes. Kick return. I don't know. It could be... I prefer offensive guys, somebody who can catch. We don't want any drops. We'll do Peoples. He's a backup halfback. That'll give him something to do. Jackson, Anderson. That's another. Let's put Anderson just because he won't play a whole lot, I don't think. And our third one, we can go back up and do Kirkland, just in case. Peoples, Anderson, Kirkland. That should be fine. Peoples, Anderson, Kirkland. Okay. Kickoffs. I'm okay with that. Long snap. Let's just put in the backup center. Right here. Okay. Now let's check our captains. This doesn't mean a whole lot, but it's, you know, just OCD type stuff. It's all based off awareness and seniority. So I'm guessing Jesse Knight is probably a captain, and he is. I'm okay with him being our offensive captain. Defensive captain, I can make our kicker our defensive captain. That'd be pretty interesting. Here's a senior, 82. I'm okay. Okay, yeah. He's our defensive captain, John Geis. I'm good with that. When you look at program standards, where are we? It's a little less than half. We got 56 points to play with. I'd love for to get a couple guys in trouble. That way we can lower that bar. That way I don't have to use as many points in the offseason for it. Okay. Let's go to not in-season recruiting. We'll do that later. Athlon Sports. Preseason polls. Let's see where they have us. Probably in the 30s or 40s. They got us 35. Fine by me. Offense, defense C+, special teams at B+. Okay. Heisman Watch. I don't think we'd have anybody on here because what's-his-face left. Jaja. Looks like a couple guys from Michigan, Iowa, Texas, Oklahoma. Rhett Bomar. If you remember him playing, he didn't play much because he got in trouble. Go back on YouTube or find an article online or something. Pretty interesting situation what happened with that guy. I wonder what he's doing now. Probably still selling vehicles. Okay, preseason All-Americans. Let's check that out. I don't think we'd have anybody on these teams All-American-wise. I could be wrong. All of our studs graduated. So let's go to the Mountain West. Do we have any first-teamers? We got a center, Tim Goins. And our kicker, Aguayo. Not much. Hopefully we'll increase that at the end of the season. Eric Jackson, I'm surprised he made second. Well, okay, I guess that makes sense. He didn't play a ton last year. But when he was out there, he was effective. I'm guessing I can make him a first-teamer this year. And that's it. We don't have me on the first or second team. Let's go to Conference Outlook, see where they have us. They got us number 1. The Wyoming, TCU, Utah, so on and so forth. This doesn't show us a whole lot. It just gives you the basics. I don't look at this too much. It's stuff you kind of already know, but it's nice to have a little quick summary of what a particular team is doing. Toughest places to play, that doesn't matter to us right now. What else am I missing? Let's go to recruiting. Then we'll look at the playbook real quick after that. Okay, last couple of videos, I said that I may skip in-season recruiting altogether, but the reason why I may not do that is I think I may treat this as a good experiment with the potential in terms of this Dynasty being an experiment. Off-season, I got a bunch of recruits that were good, had good potential, but I'm going to get a nice mix of some average or bad potential and see if we still see any correlation. Also, you look here, I got 65 total players. 19 are leaving. If I don't recruit anybody in the regular season, I'm going to have to pick up a ton of kids in the offseason, and I'd rather not do that. You're just not guaranteed how many kids you could bring in the offseason. So I want to bring in at least some bodies in the regular season. Again, they'll probably all have bad potential, but we'll see if potential is a real key factor in this game or not by getting a mix of both good and bad. Majority of the kids I'm getting are going to have good because majority of the kids that you get are from the offseason. About a third of the players I'm going to get in this Dynasty will be regular season. So we'll be able to see after 2 or 3 seasons if it makes a difference if you get good potential or not. So, having said all that, I need some bodies, and it helps to get a few of them here in the regular season. Plus, it's all free. These points don't carry over into the off season, so you might as well use it. Okay. We need bodies in the worst way here. We need fullback. We need linemen badly. And pretty much the entire front seven. And corners. Okay. We're going to keep it local. We need big bodies. And then we need a fullback. Okay. Let's go through and see if we picked up any pipelines. Arizona's not a pipeline yet. I want it to be. California obviously is. Colorado, I think, is 2 states away from me. I think Utah is the one that's closest. But let's look, see if we may picked up one. Again, I'd love to have Idaho as a pipeline, even though they don't produce much. I've been told I need to recruit Hawaii more. I mean, there's not much talent there. It's just like any other small state. So I may do that. I don't know. We'll see. I care more about the other states, like Utah and Idaho, just because they're closer and it's cheaper, recruiting-wise, to go after those players. Let's keep going. We may look at Nevada produce only 2 tight ends of all people. That kind of stinks. I don't really need any of them, to be honest. Like I said, tight ends don't catch the ball a ton in my offense, at least in this one. I just want to make sure I didn't miss out on any other pipelines that we may have picked up. Like Utah, I want to turn that to a pipeline. There's a fullback here I may go after. Okay, let's just go to fullback first. And Canada, we picked up one of our best players we picked up was a Canadian, I think. Okay, let's just do it by position. Let's go to fullback. We're going to go 3-star. See, here's a kid from Hawaii we may look at. Kid from Utah. See, they're the exact same player. I'd rather get this kid from Utah just because, again, it's cheaper to recruit from Utah than it is from Hawaii. And he may be the one fullback I go after. They're looking pretty bad now as is. I just need a good blocker. So we'll go after the kid from Utah. Tackle. Let's go to tackle. I just need the biggest, best bodies I can find because we're going to be running and passing fairly equally. Let's go down to the 3 stars. Go to our pipelines, or somebody that's close that I could turn into a pipeline. Here's a kid out of California. Another California kid. I'm going to just skim through these real quick. Arizona kid. 6'6", 285 C+ awareness. When it comes to pass blocking, I'm a full believer that field awareness is a big deal. I think they block much better. There's a C+, and this guy's a C+. Let's just go with the biggest one and the strongest one. It looks like this guy's the strongest of the 3. We'll do one on him for now. We may go get another one later. Guard. I need the biggest dudes I can find. Big and strong. Pennsylvania. Here's a California kid. 6'6", 344, 5'15", 655. A- awareness. I'm going to go ahead and put one on him. It's a good chance nobody will be as strong as this cat right here. North Carolina. And that's kind of it. We'll just do one for now. Let's go defensive tackle. Best thing about in-season recruiting is you just build depth here. These may not be the best players. These are usually the low end of the rankings. Like these are the low 4 stars. But it helps to build depth because, again, you're not guaranteed to land 25 guys in the offseason. Defensive tackle, I need big bodies here. Now, with defensive tackle, what I've done last season was I played pretty much as a defensive tackle exclusively. I think I'm going to do some middle linebacker this year. I just didn't get a whole lot of production out of defensive tackle. I think at that position, I just need like real talent in order for me to make it work. But I want to do a lot more Tampa 2 this year. And this has been a long time since I controlled a middle linebacker. So we'll see how all that goes. But nothing changes with defensive tackle. I need big bodies here, and I'm not seeing anything that's close. Here's a kid out of Colorado. I may go after him. Alaska. These are all 4 stars. That's kind of pretty barren right there. We're not fully depleted. I mean, we just need one guy to have a total of 4. And I'm not a big fan of this kid right here. He's not the biggest. He's pretty strong. That 655 is pretty good. I may go ahead and put that on him. He looks like he's probably the strongest here. There may be somebody above that. Like this kid right here, 670. That's pretty good. So Colorado. It's one of these two. This guy's got better awareness. It doesn't really matter. I wouldn't mind turning this into a pipeline, so let's just put one on him. Oh, he's a 4-star. I can't do that. Never mind. I just now noticed that. Let's turn that off. So I was just add a look. This was the 4. Okay, this is the kid from Colorado. 6'3", 277. Just not very strong at all. I mean, he's weak as sauce. He's small, so I'm not going to recruit any period this go around. Hopefully we'll get lucky in the offseason. Outside linebacker. We need some more speed here. I only need to pick up one really good one. Let's go down to the 3s. Arkansas, Georgia. Not much at outside linebacker. Nobody close. So I may not go after any of them. May just wait till the offseason. Thankfully, when it comes to defensive players, you normally don't have trouble getting any of the positions because they all play the same amount of time. Unless you're just so loaded on depth there, which we are not. So I'm not seeing anybody close to us as an outside linebacker we're going to go after, so I'm going to let that one go. Middle linebacker. I'd like to pick up a couple here. Let's go down to the 3 stars. Plenty of middle linebackers. Man, ton of 4 stars. Okay. Ohio, Texas, Alabama, Illinois, Mississippi. Where are all the West Coast kids? Everybody's on the East Coast. Wow. Not a 1. Interesting. Here's a kid out of Colorado. 6'1", 230. I like his strength. His squat, at least. Kid out of Powell, Tennessee. That's real close to where I live. I'll be. That's cool. Virginia. Just one kid out of Colorado. I may just wait. 4.65. That's pretty good. I prefer to have some better speed there. I may just wait on that one. Okay. We may just wait till the offseason on that one. Let's go to corner. Let's go to the 3 stars. Here's a kid out of Hawaii. I don't like his height. I prefer some height. Washington. Michigan. Here's a California kid. 4.46. I need some height and some speed. Washington. Another Tennessee kid. Virginia. Slim Pickett's on the West Coast. Just that one kid out of California. I may just put it on him, even though I don't like his height nor his speed. I'm not going to go after him. He's not what I need. He's too short and he's too slow. Okay, so I'm going to skip on corner for now. I do need. That's a big priority in the offseason. Like, I'm 5'11". I want to recruit local, so it just ain't going to work out this go around. Wyoming. Here we go. 6'1", 4'3", That's close-ish. That's West Coast-ish. So I want to go after him. He's really skinny. 6'1", 162. But he's fast, and he's got an extra inch over the rest of them, it appears. And here's a kid out of Hawaii, 4'3". But let's go after both of them. Free safety, we're good there. We got plenty of bodies. Strong safety, we're fine. I need 7 more to fill up here. Okay, let's go find some interesting players here. Let's go. Let me just look. Let's go back to tackle. I went after the 1. We can add another now. Arizona, 465, 655. I may go after him. 455, 640. This guy's not as heavy, but he's only C plus though. Actually, I may just go straight awareness for this offense since I'm going to be passing. A little bit more than usual. See, that guy's just a C+, but let's just go ahead and put it on the Arizona kid because I want to turn her into a pipeline. So he's going to be a pipeline kid. Hopefully that could help turning that into a pipeline. So that'd be our second guy. Let's go to guard. Let's go back down to the bottom of the list. Pick up another one. When in doubt, just get depth on your lines. Offense and defense. You can never have too many of these guys. We're going after him. May have to go after this Washington kid. That's closer. I like his size. He's not the strongest. Did I miss anybody on this side? Nope. Let's just go after the Washington kid. Okay. I didn't like anybody at outside linebacker or middle linebacker. Defensive end, I'm not worried about that. At defensive tackle, I may put one more on this kid from Colorado. Just for depth purposes. I like his, he's smart, but he's just not very big. He's not strong. I'm just going to wait on that one. I just don't feel comfortable getting him because he's not what I need. All right, that gives us 5 spots left. So let's put that on some skill players that we don't need now, but we could use later. Let's go to quarterback. We don't need any quarterbacks. We got 5, but we got 3 juniors. So by the time whoever we get this offseason or this season, redshirt him, he'll be ready to go by the time pretty much all those guys leave. Let's go after any West Coast kids. Here's a kid out of Arizona, pocket passer. May go after him. I like his awareness, but awareness isn't that big of a deal with a quarterback. Kid out of Idaho. I want somebody really tall. Only downside of recruiting quarterbacks here is you don't know if they got a good arm or not. So you're kind of taking a chance. There's a kid out of California. He's balanced. Kid out of Hawaii. Balanced. I prefer to get pure pocket passer. There's just a much better chance of him having a better arm. So I'm not going to go after the balanced kids. I prefer to go after, like, this kid right here, Seth Douglas. Not very big. His height's fine. He's not strong at all. But he may have a decent arm. We'll take a chance on him. And where's the other kid? There was another one. Derek Harrison. Arizona, I want to turn to a pipeline. Pure pocket passer. Now let's go to wide receiver. I feel fine at halfback for now. We used to do just fine with halfbacks in terms of recruiting them. Plus, we're going to have a balanced offense. So I'm not worried about that yet. Receiver, we got upperclassmen. We got some freshmen that aren't very good. I like to find some real studs here. Only problem is you just don't know what they can do. And we're going to be throwing some, so we should be able to get some bodies in the offseason. The more you throw, the more receivers want to come. So I don't really have to worry about that just yet. So what I want to do, go back to Nevada. Tight end. Let's go after this kid right here. He's a blocking tight end. Perfect for what we're trying to do. We need bodies there. We only have 2. That gives us 2 spots left. So let's go back to the 3 stars. Receivers. I like to have some size because we're throwing a lot of deep balls. Corner routes, flags, and they're going to be going up for jump balls a lot. So I prefer to have somebody who's got some height just a little bit. Like this kid out of Arizona, 6'2", 190. His awareness is great. You normally don't see good awareness with a wide receiver, so I don't mind putting one on him. Couple California kids, 6'5", 6'4". One's a little bit stronger, but you don't know. He's not as smart. 6'4", 206. I mean, you just pick your poison, I guess. Let's keep going. There may be somebody else down here that may fit. Kid out of Hawaii, 6'2", 180, minus. So it's one of these two California kids. I may go with this one. This guy's much heavier. Nah, he's not. He's like 11 pounds heavier. 6'4". His awareness is a little bit better. So let's just go with him. And that's it for our scholarships. Okay, let's go to our playbook, and I'll let you go. We can't do anything. We got a game week 1, so we'll worry about the recruiting stuff in the next video. Okay, here is the playbook. You're going to see some stuff you normally haven't seen me run before. You've seen me run a lot of these formations. These are pretty normal. Slot, spread, I-normal, I-twins. Pro-normal, believe it or not, Florida ran a lot of this formation back in the day. I got some stuff I'm going to use here. Weak normal, weak slot. I got a couple plays in here that I really like. I'm looking forward to using those. And then shotgun 5 wide. So if you go online and you go to any of the Steve Spurrier playbooks from the mid-90s, you're going to see all these formations. More importantly, you're going to see a lot of the same concepts that he ran. Really close. This is one of the few offenses where you can get real close route for route in terms of concepts. So I'm really looking forward to showing those off to you. And hopefully it works out. They rarely went in the gun, and if they did, they always went gun 5 wide. So I just stuck to gun 5 wide. But everything else, they were under center. They would drop back and they would throw deep. They would do a little play action. I got a couple concepts in here I'm going to use just for that purpose alone. But this entire offense, believe it or not, is only like 10 pass plays. Actual pass plays. Not concepts, actual pass plays. I'm going to be flipping the plays quite a bit. I don't need 9 versions of the same concept. I need like 1 or 2. 1 from like each personnel set. So a 4-wide version, a 3-wide version, and a 2-wide version of something. That's all I really need. But pretty much every one of these formations has like 2 plays that I really need that fit this offense. Sometimes it maybe just be 1. I think week normal, I'm using maybe 1 play out of it. So maybe a dozen pass plays, and that's it. But there's a lot of depth to them. Again, I'm going to flip the plays, so you're just essentially doubling your playbook. And then we got our basic run game to go with that. So it should be a lot of fun. This playbook, this offense, is not for the faint of heart. I'm just going to tell you right now. The reason why is these plays have routes that take a while to develop, so you got to have good pocket presence. Also, a lot of these routes require a medium press of the button. That's a little more sensitive than a bullet pass, which is a hold of the button, or a tap, which you're like going over the top. A normal press, it's a little more sensitive. It takes a little bit of use to get the feel of it. A combination of the medium press with plays that just take a little while to develop, it's a little bit tougher than just throwing something really quick out of the gate and really getting sacked. So we're going to get tested here pretty quick with this, but it should be a lot of fun. High risk, high reward. Can't wait to try it out. I think you'll enjoy watching me run it. Okay, that is it. Again, first week we got Pittsburgh, so that's what we'll do in the next video. So come on back. We'll take on the Panthers and get Season 2 rolling. And I'll talk to you later.